And we are live. Hello, everybody. Hello, Stephen. I was wondering if we were going to get you tonight because Shan's been watching the weather channel for Fox on our smart TV, and we got that nor'easter coming up along the eastern coast, and they said that there's a storm coming across country, and Tennessee is supposed to be getting hit. So yeah, I'm glad you were able to make it. I saw the thing and it's like, yeah, Elsa and I are probably gonna get about, they say about three to 5 inches of snow, maybe for us, between Michigan and Buffalo
Really?
and the New York. Yeah.
I need to take a look. I'm usually such a weather dork. I mean, I really watch it. And I
Oh,
saw
just
that
so
it was
Shan.
cold, but I didn't see the weather. Do you know
Well, this
what part?
coming
Actually, I'll
weekend.
look later. It said Michigan.
Yes, kind of like you're around middle Michigan, right? Not up there
I
like the
know.
top.
I'm about 30 minutes from Ohio. I'm right at the bottom.
So yeah, you're probably going to get some because you're right there in that snow
Okay.
belt area, like
Okay.
the southern tier and stuff.
Yep.
So
We might as well because it's cold. It's like, and it's just ugly
yep.
out. I mean, if it's going
Mm-hmm.
to be cold out, I prefer there to be some snow.
Oh, same here because we hardly had any, so we can't complain. And hey Hershey, um, positive
Hi,
vibes,
Stephen. Hi,
my
Hershey.
dear. Yep, and Hershey's here. So happy New Year! This is the first new Friday night psychics of the new year. So
Happy New Year,
thank you
everybody.
everybody for joining us. And yeah, I was sharing with Allison backstage, Hershey, that guy that's a friend of mine. He's going to help us next week with the bugs. So hopefully by next week, we will be sleeping soundly and without disturbance, except for the tenants. You can't get a pest control for the tenants, but we got some good people here. So yeah, I'm in much better mood tonight and in good spirits.
That's
So
awesome.
anywho, how was your week? First week of the new year. You're almost back to work, huh?
It was good. I mean, I'm on vacay, so I can't really, I've just been I've done a lot of cleaning out at home, rearranging
Yep,
and rearranging. I love rearranging my
me
furniture
too.
and just cleaning. And
That drives Shan nuts when I do that. Can't you just leave things alone? Why do you gotta keep changing?
no, oh no, I'd be like, no, sorry, no, I can't. Sorry, not sorry. I love to rearrange stuff, move it around, clean up the
Me too.
energy, clear out, and there's not that I had a lot of clutter, but it's like there's none. There's zero, and it's very, very, very thinned down, and I like it that way. But you acquire things and this and that, and whatever, even as minimal as I try to be.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just that. And saw him a little bit. He's on the mend, and we'll spend all day tomorrow together. And he's passed his
Aww.
30 days post op, so he can drive now, and
Woohoo.
so he can come to me. And yeah, it's nice. So yeah, and then
Yep.
back to work on Monday.
And New Year's is a good time too to get rid of stuff that you don't need.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
started doing that. I've been going through stacks of papers from workshops and notes that I took, things scattered ideas for poems and whatnot, and old journals, and just kind of reviewing it. Some of these are going back to 2016 and 17 and 18,
Wow.
19. And so it's like it's like you go back in time. It's like I'm looking and going, wow, this is what I was thinking and this is what I was feeling,
Right.
and noticing how some things have changed, some things haven't. And that could be good, staying on course, trying to stay focused and just going through. Do I like this poem? No. Throw that out. Do I like this artwork? Nope. Get rid of it. I'm not doing anything with it. And just buying plastic containers to just store and put everything away. And Shannon and I actually really talked tonight, and when we figure out what we're going to be able to do with this place, um, we both really are going to like hunker down and start figuring out finances, start really just decluttering, getting rid of what we don't need, even try not to keep on to too many sentimental things, and just really start fresh. We want to relocate to Oregon. We really are going to put our heads together, and we don't know if we're going to have to spend another year here, to save up. We probably will, But in the meantime, that'll give us a chance whether we find another apartment or we stay here at this place for another year. But to just really put our heads together, get caught up on credit card. Well, for me, get caught up on my car, my credit cards, and just start fresh. You know, New York is my home state. My family's here. My friends are here, but I really don't have a lot of really close connections with everybody. My sister, I love her to pieces. Her and I have made peace with our past. I love her. She loves me. We both know that. And I just really need a fresh start. Really, really do. So we're aiming for Oregon within the next year and a half to 2 years. So hopefully sooner. You just never know. And boy, I'm seeing the chat jumping. So new year, new energy, just really.
Yeah.
And here's somebody new. Music. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to our show.
Hello.
Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. We have Claudia. Hello, Cat Mama.
Hi, Claudia.
Fatima is here.
Oh, and
Teresa
I
Federi.
also packed up the tree today and got every single
Yep, she got.
possible
Oh,
Christmas
so you're
thing
not
out
going
of
to
here.
do. Oh,
It's all
so you're
gone.
not going to do the
There is no
Valentine's?
more
No.
Christmas. Nope.
Okay.
I asked my man's, and he's like, obviously do whatever you want. He's like, but yeah, just take it down. I was like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna take it down.
This is
Because I wanted an
interesting.
opinion. I'm like, should I leave it up, decorate for Valentine's?
I thought
He's
it would
like,
be so
nah.
cute for. See, I would have
It
thought
is.
this
It's
him
really
being
cute, but
really romantic. He would want that.
I know. Well, I've got lots of stuff that's like that falls in that category. It's just I just want to thin it out. It is so. It is there. It's just. Yeah, and part of it is I have so many plants, y'all. So many plants. And so it's like I really try to thin out everything else because I will not
Yeah, I was
hurt
never
or
good with the
harm or
green
get rid
thumb.
of my plants in any way. And if any of you live near me and you want some plants, come on over. I'll give you several.
You'll get a knock on the door one of these
All
days
they need
to
is
open
a
up and
good
go,
home.
"Who
I've
are
got so
you?"
many plants. It's yeah, I can't seem to kill them. So
Oh, me, I can easily kill a plant. Music. This is interesting. Music is new to our chat. I just mentioned us wanting to relocate to Oregon. Where about in Oregon? I lived in the Willamette Valley for many years. Beautiful country. So, music. My Shan, he is from Oregon. He grew up in Jacksonville. His mom and grandma had actually owned a doll museum. They had dolls that were couple 100 years old, and his mom knew how to repair and to fix. And back in the day, they would also dress up in period clothing, and they lived at the McCauley house. That was where the doll museum was. And boy, that house was haunted too. And Shan shared, him and his brother would share with me the stories. And so and they would go up to Sun River in Bend to go skiing and stuff and whatnot. For me, I love Ashland. It's a metaphysical town. It's an artist community. They're very conscious about keeping the environment clean, clean living. Deer are free and safe to roam, through the parks and downtown.
the Shakespeare
It's
Festival.
the Shakespeare Festival. So it's just calling to me. It really is. So that is where we want to go. Um, I mean, I'm not saying New York isn't beautiful, but for me, there's too many memories. The energy for us isn't so great here. We've been here now for 13 years, and we need to. And even Scott Allen, one of our fellow readers, told me back in 2022, that he's like, sweetheart, I know you're not going to want to hear this, but you're going to have to wait till 2024. That's where the energy, my guides are saying, you guys are going to make a clean break, new start, just hang in there. And that's how it looks like it's going to be. 2024 is going to be a very good year. A gorgeous area. Yes, there's Lithia Park. Allison's familiar, I think, with Lithia Park. People go there, they play guitar. Shan's a guitar player. Um, People go out there, they do plein air painting. That's what I love to do. I love going out into nature. So we both need something fresh, you know, and positive to to look forward to. And early ritual is here. Hello, Thomas. Thanks for popping in. I hope I didn't miss anybody else. And Teresa, you know what, honey? I can't, because what I'm doing is that when I finally got my Social Security back, and it's been about, I've had enough for about 5 years, maybe six. My credit score was really bad, and I have worked on building my credit score from like a 250 or a 280. I'm up to over 700 now. And so I am, catching up with them. And because I know I'm going to have to use them for when we do relocate, for gas, for lodging. Probably going to need them for, doing car maintenance along the way, for, a down payment. So I'm not cutting them up. I'm just going to make sure that my credit is good. And hopefully by the end of this coming year, I will be worked up enough where I can maybe apply for a personal loan to be able to help with, the relocation. So, um, yeah, I'm determined. I'm focused. And thank you, Stephen, for putting all the links, all the donation links as well. Thank you so much. You're appreciated. And let me take that down.
Thank you,
Let's,
Stephen.
yes. Let's see. Ashland sounds great. Should I move there as well? I don't know what's what, but there is, if you go, Claudia, if you go onto YouTube, um, I can't think of his name right now, but there is a realtor. If you like type in Oregon, like Southern Oregon realty, there is a guy that will pop up, and he talks about the market, the housing market. He talks about like Grants Pass, which we also looked at, Ashland, the different areas. He talks about the housing market, how prices are looking, talks about, the area with schools and things. He does really thorough, and he also puts in his videos if anybody has any questions, because they plan on wanting to buy a house or to move out there, to give him a call, email him, give him a call, comment on the video, and he would be happy to be able to help you. So most definitely. Um, so let me see. And hello, Sylvia. We have someone, Sylvia, here. Question: do aliens, ETs? Okay.
That's
I'm
not a
I'm wondering
question.
if you're asking if they exist. Um, Most definitely. You're in the community where people do, believe in them in one form or others. We have fellow readers who believe that they work with humans behind the scenes with our governments. Some are good, some are not good, but a majority of them are, from what I understand. I don't really connect with them. They're not really a strong part of my spiritual team right now, or my spirituality, my progression.
Ugh.
So yeah, there's plenty of videos, Sylvia. Let's see who else does. Tanis Coughlin. She's connected with ET. She's an ambassador, according to her, for certain races. There's also Gail King, Dr. Gail King. She is on YouTube as well. And I believe Mr. Cosmic Orphan here is also. I was waiting for Stephen to crack his first joke of the night, but he goes, I dated one in high school. Stephen. But so, yeah, there are a lot of resources. Um, Scott Allen, Spiritual Essence. He's connected with the ETs. Some people feel alien is a derogatory, while others feel it's not. So this is a very open-minded, very we have different opinions, different viewpoints, and we all share them, and we all respect each other. At least a majority of us do. So, oh, Stephen, stop. Oh, you're too much. No, I don't think she had a third breast, Stephen. No. How does Debbie put up with you? I can't imagine what living 24/7 with Stephen is like. Um, so yeah. Um, actually, let's see, Sylvia, next Friday, Scott Allen is going to be joining Allyson and I as our guest. So if you want to come back and join us again next Friday, Scott is always very happy and gracious, and gets very animated when he talks about, you know, the ET races, and he even has a deck that he made. I don't have it near me, but he created a deck, using images, and it's like an oracle deck for ET communication and guidance and spiritual guidance. So definitely come back next week, and you have any questions for him, we can always pose them to him. So I'm really excited to have Stephen on. I haven't read with Stephen in almost over a year, and I actually met, not with Stephen, with Scott. I actually That's how I met Allyson. That's how this girl came into my life. Was I met
That's true.
Allyson through Scott Allen, because Scott was doing Akashic. He does Akashic record reading, and he was doing a few free ones to kind of get into the swing of it, getting used to it, and learning how to connect with his guides and other people's records and things. And reached out to Allyson and I if we'd be interested in the free one. And I was like, yeah. He goes, well, I'm going to do Allyson. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember seeing this, because Allyson had a little bit of a different name. She was Aries girl, Virgo moon, right? Back
Yep.
then.
Yep.
And I said, well, I'm going to watch this, see how he does. And I'm just like, I like this chick. She's cool. And so through Scott, she would pop into each other's chats. And yeah, starting last May is when and then Alice and I were a part of the Sister of the Mystics, the Mystic Sister. I can never remember the name of it. I'm sorry, Val. I'm sorry,
Sisters of the
Marina.
Mystical Tarot.
Carol, there we go. And so Allison and I really started learning how to read with each other. Really got to know each other that way. And then I invited her to do a few Fridays, Friday nights with me. And she never left, and she grew on me. And when I say she didn't leave, it's me joking with her. It just, we click. And so, yeah, so thanks to Scott for, bringing new people like Allyson into my circle.
Yeah.
And I met Cosmic Orphan through Gerald. And I met Cat Mama through, I believe, Cat Mama. I mean, all of us, we just all go, wait a minute, whoa, whoa, what did I just tap on? She called her. Oh, you two. You would think Miss Tarot D was in the chat. So I guess when Miss Tarot D's not here, Stephen, you got another psychic there. psychic in the chat with you. Hello, Nalani. And ooh, hey Boo, hey Ginger. Ginger
Hey,
just did
Ginger
some
Faye.
readings with a Sun Psychic Jean today. And so let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. Now, Sylvia, okay, she gave us the thumbs up. So, all righty. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about, or anything that came up that you want to? Because I got a little something. So,
No, not really. Go right ahead.
so a lot of people talk about what's your word for the year and this and that. And for me, I really didn't do something like that. I know Gerald is very big. Tarot Stash is big on doing about word of the year, what to focus on. And I've been seeing other people starting to really get into doing that. And I thought to myself, well, what word? And it was almost like a no-brainer for me, just really being authentic, because I really want, I'm in the process of revamping my channel, and I'm going to have a new name for my channel, and just really starting to explore now, wanting to find out what my true authentic self is. Truly, what do I feel? What do I want people to know about me? What do I want people to know about the channel? Just being very authentic with myself. And so for me, I was like, well, I guess that could be very well the word for me for this year. And when I was flipping through my book, this deck called Witch, which stands for in this deck, Woman in Total Control of Herself. I just closed my eyes and I was opening it up, and I opened up to the Bard of Truth. And at the bottom it says, our authenticity is our practical magic. So I was like, okay, no brainer. So this is a card I wanted to share tonight. And YouTube, get over yourself. There's a little bit of nudity, but it's artwork. And no, Stephen, she does not have a third breast in this picture. So I'm just going to share this really quick with everybody. And this is called the Bard of Truth. She has a beautiful lyre. She's got her swan, and I love swans. Those were one of my original animal totems. She doesn't look too happy. She looks a little tired, but that's the card. And So what they write, because this is a really thick book. I mean, this book has to weigh at least a pound, half a pound to a pound. Is a very substantial, well-made book, and it's a really, for me, it's an important message for a collective. So I'm going to go ahead and just read this. And hello, Rossi. Hello, Lori. Good to see you. So the Bard of Truth: self-deprecation, deep modesty, self-doubt. These are the results of living in fear of judgment, caged in a system that judges women for speaking out and standing true. Our lives are not our own as long as we fear being transparent. When we allow ourselves to shrink with fear of being judged or shamed for speaking up, or standing out from the status quo, we have lost the very essence of what makes us feel most alive: our authenticity. Our authenticity is our practical magic. Our truth is key to our resilience, our radiance, our confidence. It is connected to our grace, like the swan, and also to our heart's music. And like a sweet melody, it is a prime recovery tool when sad, overwhelmed, anxious, or depressed. It is our greatest asset in maintaining our vibe and attracting our tribe. Without it, we feel cut off from our joy and wonder and our sense of connection. Speak up, speak out, and speak true. And that's what I have been doing too for the last couple of weeks, advocating for myself and Shan with our apartment complex and the management. So um, this card was perfect, and this is such a powerful message for the collective. So um, definitely wanted to share that with everybody tonight. So thank you for letting me go ahead and to reading that. So we got the first new moon coming up next week. We're in the waning phase, and with this being the new year, um, I figured a good question, theme question that we could, if anybody would like a reading, let me put this here. Here, let me just here, let me take it off the. No, don't hit end stream. No, don't end the show, Heather. Okay, so what new seeds can we plant for the upcoming new moon? I almost hit the end stream button by mistake. Yeah, that wouldn't have been good.
Right.
So, what new seeds? What do we want to plant now that we're in the new year? The first new moon is coming up next week. What can we plan for? So, if anybody would like cards from Allyson and I will be using my witch deck, and I will be using my pip deck, tarot deck, to pull a card to go along with it, trying to learn how to combine the oracle and the tarot and see how they work with each other. So, um, if anybody would like a card reading with for this question, let me know. And hello, Odelia. Welcome, my dear. Okay, Fatima and Rossi, I see you. But here, really quick, Hypnicity said, this is Nalani. Today marked 39 years since I surrendered to and said goodbye to cocaine. I didn't know that, Nalani. I
Good
tried
for
very,
you.
it tried right. Yes. Talk about resilient and strong and courageous. You, my dear, that's you. Congratulations. 39 years. Wow. Alrighty, so let me start highlighting questions. Okay. Oh, Allyson, you're not going to be busy tonight.
Right.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna grab my shawl. I'll be too well. Actually, maybe I have something in the closet. Hold on one second.
Okay. So Sylvia, what we're doing, I'm doing this question right here, this themed reading. So I don't read on health. I am not a doctor. I don't do third parties. I don't read on into other people's energies without their permission. So these are what we're pulling cards for tonight. So
Actually,
if you
one
would like,
second.
so if you would like a card, um, a reading, kind of giving guidance and advice of what maybe we can look forward to starting to manifest, starting this new moon. Because when we have a new moon, that's the perfect time to go within. Think of like the dark, because you can't see the moon. And when the moon is in hidden from view, that puts us into the energy of releasing what no longer serves us, and whatever new projects we want to do, whether that's something that's physical, spiritual, personal. That's the time we can kind of start planting the seeds. And then as the moon goes from dark up until full, the energy builds and it works towards to help us manifest what it is that we want to bring in. So, Claudia, we're going to be doing these tonight. So if you want one, if you want to put me in there, whatever cards that we get might answer the question. So, but no, we are doing the theme questions. And Allyson, I keep thinking Allison's got orbs, but I think she's got like a little fruit fly or something in there. So yeah, I think they're fruit flies. Allyson, you got fruit flies? Because we've been all seeing these little white orbs and things flying around.
So what no. So I have, you know, those desk lamps that are green.
Mm-hmm.
They've been around for forever. I have the lights off. I have my phone up underneath it. So any piece of dust that falls, you're going to see it. Every single one. And the reality that maybe a lot of people don't realize, there is dust moving constantly all the time. So it's very much exaggerated. That's what it is. I'm not going to turn the lights on. I'm not going to change anything. So you're going to see what you're seeing.
It's like you have a whole little army of fairies flying around you.
Yeah, I almost, because I noticed it when I first turned it on tonight, and I was like, I have done nothing but go all day, and I'm like, it's not a big deal. So yeah.
All righty, so we've got everybody right now. We are at 8. Let me see if we got anybody else. We've had Maruda. Hello, Maruda. It's been a while, sweetheart. It's good to see you. Thanks for popping in. I've got you, Sylvia. I do have you in the list. Making sure I didn't miss anybody else right now. Let me double check. So right now I have Rossi, Fatima, Tom, which is early ritual. I have Ginger Faye. I have Odelia. I have Sylvia. I have Maruta. And I have Hypnicity and Claudia. Like I said, if you still want us to go ahead and pull cards, we're not doing specific personal questions, but you never know. The cards that you get may answer that question. So let me know. You would please? Okay, there we go. All righty. So we are at 9 and we're at 8:28 already because Heather's been just chomping at the bit over here. Yep. So that's what's fun. I like about Friday is like catching up during the week and seeing how everybody's doing. And I hope everybody had a great first week of the new year and everyone had a great New Year's. And so right now, Stephen, questions are closed. And I'll leave the question up so that Allyson can see the question. Because I know sometimes if I take it down too soon.
Yeah, until I read on it once or twice, I don't tend to remember it. What new seeds can we plant for the upcoming new moon? Yeah, okay.
So first up is Miss Rossi.
Okay.
Which is Rosanna. I always want to break into song. Rosanna. By Toto. Hey, Miss Tarot D. Let me know if you want us to we'll put you on the list, Miss Tarot D, if you would like to.
Hi, Miss Tarot D.
If you would like, this is what we're doing tonight. This is the theme question. What new seeds can we plant for the upcoming new moon next week? So I'll go ahead and put you anyways. And now, Stephen, it's officially closed. So let me go ahead here and see what I have. Okay, so Rosanna, I got from the witch, woman in total control herself. I got the Trailblazer, and this is one of my favorite cards out of this deck. Um, it has all these animals all following her. They're all drawn to her energy. They know that she's safe. They're safe with her. She's got a beautiful, divine, angelic light, and they're just following her. And the beautiful wisdom of the owl. So, this is about being a trailblazer. Whatever you set your mind on that you want to do. I mean, from the card here, it looks like there's a lot of things you want to do, a lot of projects that you want to start to accomplish, things you want to really focus on. You have, the animal kingdom behind you, you have spirit behind you, your guides, and you've got this. The card that I did get though, from the tarot, I did get the Five of Cups. So to be able to move forward, there's some things that you're going to have to let go of from the past. Any regrets, any sadness, any self doubts, any past failures that may make you feel like you can't move forward into this new adventure of moving forward. I mean, this is 2024. You are the trailblazer, and this is a great card for all of us. We can trailblaze a brand new year, a new life path ahead of us. Yes, there's a lot of crap and shit going on in the world right now that it makes it feel like there's no way we could possibly move forward, but that's where our free will comes in, that we take whatever might be thrown at us that we might fear take us off our course, or from the past to take us off our course. But we know that we just grab that wheel, you know, and we say, no, this is what we're going to do, and just stay grounded, stay focused, believe in yourself, and move forward. So let go of those self doubts, regrets, sadness from the past, and move forward, Rosanna. You got this. And hey, Beth, good to see you, my dear. Thanks for being here. And I'm going to give it over to Allyson.
Rossi, right?
Rosanna. Yeah, Rosanna.
Rossi, so I pulled from the witches, what is this called? Witches Oracle? No, Literary Witches deck. And this is a cool deck for anybody who's looking for a neat deck, and that's printed on linen. And it's mostly like picture cards, but then it's also mixed in with several famous authors. And then each author has like a keyword for the card, and then very brief definitions. Actually, you read this deck very intuitively. Anyhow, I pulled Solitude, the Soul, and Vision. This is about going in and taking like an inventory, and really taking a look at anything maybe you haven't wanted to look at, if there's anything, and really connecting with some sort of a spiritual practice. Maybe you already have one. But if you don't, I feel like that's what the message is. If you do have one, maybe revamping it or adding something. And it's possible you might already know what that is. And just seeing this through and doing it. So, and I'll show you these lovely cards. This is Alejandra Pizarnik, I think is how you say her name. And I have Emily Dickinson. I said Dickinson, and Virginia Woolf. So that's absolutely what I got from that. And I wasn't going to pull from the tarot, but then I felt drawn to, and I did. And I have the Hermit at the bottom of the deck, which is basically the first thing that I said. And then I got the Two of Swords, which is about making this decision. King of Swords. This is about your truth and doing what's true for you. And then the Knight of Pentacles is making a plan, methodical. It's the same message. It's the same message. So yeah, this is what seeds you may want to plant for this new moon, if you choose to do so. And then underneath the Hermit, I have the Ten of Cups. This would bring you great happiness to do this and follow through with this. So that's what I got.
All righty. So yeah, I learned about this big screen, so that when people share their cards, they can actually really
see.
See
it's just me.
Yeah, just you. And the boo wanted to say hello to everybody. Wish everybody a happy new year. Hi, Auntie Allyson. Happy New
Hi.
Year.
So pretty.
So he's going to stay here for a few moments, but he's going to have to get down. So let's see. All righty. Okay, bye, Hershey. Thank you, my dear, for popping in and saying hello. Let me see if Rossi. Yeah, that's the card for Trump and Fox News. Okay, yeah, the snake card. Alrighty, she did respond. So Rossi said, Rosanna, I am learning and trying to establish a spiritual practice. I need to Olan and follow through. Oh, that must have been a an autocorrect. That's a cool looking word though. I like that. Olan. So Leah. Hi Leah. Welcome. We have to say kitty meow. How cute. Yes, we do. It gets to his head though sometimes, doesn't it? Yes, it does. And here Miss Tarot G says, I like the fact that every time Allyson makes content, she is in a different room of her home. This is true. I feel like I was there. Makes for a great Airbnb.
Thank you. That's hilarious.
All right. You got to get down now, baby. All righty. Bye. Okay. So let's see. Let's take Rossi down. And next up is Fatima. All righty. And thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us. Wow, Allyson, we have 27 in the chat with us. So everybody, make sure you do all the YouTube things. Allison's released a couple of new videos this week for her horoscope signs, or astrology signs. I'm not sure which one you prefer, astrology or horoscope. But yeah, she's done the fire signs and the water signs. I think a couple of others.
Yeah. So
for the new ooh.
New seeds. Which would you know best?
Ooh. All this ooh, ooh, ooh. So I'm going to be using this book on and off tonight because I mean, look how thick this book is. There's a lot of information. There's poems in here. She did an incredible job on this book and deck. So, I heard that, Allyson. Isn't it funny how we make sounds when we read? We're like, ooh, ah. So let's see. Fatima. I'm going to put me on the big screen. Oops. Wait a minute. Where did I go? Hold on a second. There we go. So Fatima, I got the dreamer for you. And she's holding on to her stars and she is flying. And it says here she is, the soul, carrying you through the unveiled dream sky. When you sleep, the soul awakens and wraps you in her star-filled arms. This is a time for you to glimpse the heavens of your own psyche and sail the Milky Way of possibility. I'm looking for something else now to jump out for me from the writings. She has been with you during your waking hours, witnessed your struggles and triumphs, hopes, and fears. And now that your mind is quiet and your soul is alert, she writes a love letter to guide you through all you're dealing with right now, delivering symbols and signs to help you to process your potential, untangle your doubts, fears, and align with your highest possibility. So this is a really beautiful card. They all are in this deck. So this is the psyche. This is like, for me, this feels like this is your higher self. And she's guiding you. Your guides are guiding you as well, but your higher self, she knows what your heart's desire is, what your heart's dreams are. Knows what your struggles, your fears, just like what the book was saying. And what I'm looking at here is so it says here, right now is the perfect time to write down your dreams. Pay attention. So this is a great time, getting ready for the new moon, to start writing down and keeping a journal of your dreams, marking things down, any symbols, even if you can't only remember a picture. Or for me, I have so many at night, I ask my guides, at least let me remember one word or image that I can write down in the morning. And the card that goes with this, and it's perfect, it's the moon card. And I just love, this is my favorite moon card, I think, of all of my tarot decks. This is beautiful wolf. The moon is usually about, things that are being hidden or secret. But again, this is nighttime. This is the moon. Tap into your intuition. Tap into your divine feminine. Don't be afraid to explore the shadow parts of ourselves. Things that um, this is what the journal is for, to help us not only. I heard him.
Oh, geez, I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm
that was
sorry.
perfect timing, though. That was perfect timing. So yeah, the wolf, and the moon, it's all about, connecting with the divine, your intuition, using your intuition to see what the moon shines onto things to show us what things might be hidden, things that helps us heal, that makes us who we are, that helps grounds us and balances us. So moving forward, starting this new moon, really start trying to keep a journal if you can. Start journaling your dreams, keeping in touch with your intuition. And as it grows to a full moon from a new moon, just have that intent in there that you will remember more, and the dreams will be a guide to help you through whatever it is that you might be going through that particular day, event, or something. But journaling and dreaming is very important. um, Pay attention to those, and I'm going to give it over to Miss Allyson.
Hi, Fatima. So I also pulled for you from the Literary Witches. I think I'm going to do this tonight for everybody. Just, I don't know why. I just am. There's something here. I don't know what this is. This is not rainbows and unicorns at all. There's something here that there's something here that
Mm.
there's something here that's bothering you on some level. I don't know how big or small this is. You are suspicious about something, or feel like there's a piece to a story or a situation or something that's just missing, or you're not being told, or whatever this is. Um, you might have some fear around this, you might not. Um, you've had some inhibitions about addressing it or being a part of it. It's possible that this hasn't even happened yet, because this is a new moon reading. New moon is, beginnings of things. So maybe this is going to come about. I don't feel like I don't think so though. I think this is something that's been brewing, and this is what you're supposed to do with the new moon coming. You're supposed to address this, whatever this is. Separately from the tarot, I pulled the Chariot with the Empress. So that's about, moving forward from something, probably what I was just talking about, and coming into this Empress energy, which would be you, I would think. And then I got pulled a clarifier on it. I got the moon. That's regarding what I was just reading about. Yeah. And I got the Toad with trickery. This combined energy is very much the moon. And it's followed up with bravery, meaning address this, deal with this, approach this, talk about this, whatever this is, investigate it, whatever this is. I don't know. I'm not going to get into clarifiers. So just, hopefully you'll already know what this is. If not, just kind of sit on it, think about it. And then I have something here about making some sort of a decision, and then, or deciding to move along with some sort of a plan that you have, and it will work out. I don't know what this is. And at the bottom of the deck, I have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. This is about what, all that's important in your world, that kind of thing, being a little topsy-turvy right now. Again, very dramatic. Doesn't mean it has to be that big of a deal. But in regards to what this reading is on, it's 10 of Pentacles in reverse. I don't even pull reversals. This came out in reverse. So yeah, that's what I got. Hopefully it makes sense. And the new moon is the time to, according to this, take action on whatever this might be. And again, it doesn't have to be that big of a deal, but it's something. And you know about this, or at least you suspect whatever this is. This feels familial to me. Doesn't mean that it is. Could be an adult child. I don't know. I don't know what this is, but anyways, that's what I got.
Okay, thank you. And Amanda, I will add you to the list, but we have quite a few already. So if we have time, we'll see. But right now, Allyson, we have Allyson. We got like 28 people in chat. We got everyone joining us. We've got Amanda Carroll has joined us. Nancy from A Crone's Intuition has joined us. Book Bewitched is here.
Hi, everybody.
Serena is here. So, Tom, Early Ritual, you are up next, dude. Maybe I'll get a different. No, I'll keep using this deck.
See, now you can't see me as well when I turn that light on. That overhead light. See how much darker it got?
No, actually, it looks a lot lighter.
Does it? From my angle, it looks. I look dark, but from here down, I look lit. You can see me okay?
Yeah, I see you fine.
Okay, great. All right, I'll leave it alone then.
And Miss Tarot D, you do not mention pecan pie in chat and not bring enough for everybody. That's a no-no in my chat, you know. But for me, if it was apple pie, I'd be there with a scoop of a nice warm slice of apple pie with a little small scoop of vanilla ice cream. That's the best. And hey, Jeff.
Okay, Early Ritual.
Yep, that's Tom.
All right.
All righty. Well, Tom, I'm still going to use my Witch Oracle deck for you. But, you know, the energies are universal.
Early Ritual.
Pecan pie. Oh, my. And no, Nancy, I remember from when Harry met Sally. He was trying to tell her how to say pecan pie, you know, in his Jewish accent. That was hysterical. I loved it.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Oh, wow.
His name's Tom?
Yeah, his name is Tom.
Yeah, sorry, half the deck fell out. I'm like, no, we're not well, taking half the deck. No read to read. There's no way to read half the deck. All right, Early Ritual.
So, all righty. So I'm going to go ahead here. And then, okay, so Tom, you got the Lion Queen. And of course, you know, in regular traditional tarot, it's the Strength card. Pretty much almost similar to this.
I'll read it. Show me the messages for Tom. 3 cards. I'm looking at 3 cards for Tom. 3 cards.
Allyson, would you mind if you muted while you were shuffling?
I keep trying. Yeah.
I'm sorry, sweetheart.
That's okay. It's just everything's gonna get. It's my
Oh, if it throws off your internet, then don't worry. Oh, ew. Okay. So, Tom, you got the Lion Queen. And the Lion Queen, the first 3 words, check your boundaries. Are they crafted securely to honor your sovereignty, to uplift and support your values and enhance your own sense of inherent value? Or are they softly drawn, slipping loose to accommodate others' needs and wants before your own? Are they aligned with sacrifice, selflessness, compliancy? Are you protecting, well, it says here your good girl image, but are you trying to protect your image, your good, the play nice kind of, image? Or are you protecting your precious life force by gifting others an opportunity to develop their own sovereignty by saying no? Let me see here. So it's all about the inner life is the source from which all your creativity, intimacy, and relationships flow. So this card is basically saying know your boundaries. So going into this new moon, really, it's a great time to reinstate boundaries, create new ones, if you have to break down old ones to rebuild new, because the tarot card that I got to go with it is the Eight of Cups. And so this is walking away, moving away. So I feel like something needs to be emotionally left behind, and that's the need for the boundaries. There are people in your life, maybe places, situations, things from the past that you feel like you need to just, let go of, walk away, start something new. And I love with this card here. I know it might be mountains, but for me, they look like pyramids. So again, they're that deep ancient wisdom that you're heading to, starting, a new path, leaving the old behind, and grabbing a new cup along the way, and taking it to the pyramids, to the mountains, whatever it is. For me, this always kind of feels like going into like a hermit mode for self-reflection. And so for this new moon, um, things and places and people that you've had to walk away from, make sure that your boundaries are in place, they're reinstated, include who you need to be in the protection, the protective, what's allowed in your boundaries, and those places, persons, and things outside of it. And so I'll leave you with that. That makes sense? Okay. So I'm going to give it over to Miss Allyson.
I'm here. Hold on one second.
Mm-hmm. If we see your lovely face.
Okay. In early ritual, his name's Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, you guys. Ugh, shit's crazy. Okay, there we go. How's that?
Oh, perfect. It's a pretty color too.
Oh, because you put it on the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so it's Tom. I'm sorry, Tom, right?
Mm-hmm. Tom.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Tom. So there's something here about there's something here emotionally that needs to be healed. Something related to love. Something about either focusing on or processing something that you haven't. I don't know what this is. You might know what this is. Hopefully you do. This could be something that was recent. This could be something that's old that you've been carrying around for 50 years. I have no idea. But there's something about that. Pulled a very small spread for you. The overall energy is the Fool. Moving forward, right? Letting go of something. You've been holding on to something. Four of Pentacles. This very much bleeds over into the other little read that I did with the Witch's Literary Witch. It's pretty much saying the same thing with the tarot. Moving forward. Ace of Wands. Queen of Wands. God, look how bright that is with this crazy lamp. There we go. There she is. The Queen of Wands, this is you. This isn't somebody else, or I don't think it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't think it is, though. I think this is about you. Male or female makes no difference. This is about Queen of Wands. She's in control. She's intuitive. She's attractive. She's smart. She takes care of business. She doesn't mess around. She's kind as well, but she's in charge of her life, right? And she's not afraid of love either. So I don't know if that plays a role in this or not. But this Ace of Wands, the clarifier that I got on this is the Five of Swords, which is about, winning at all costs, so I'm taking that as like there was something that maybe you were fighting against in some sort of way at some point, and now it's just like saying just get moving, just move on. And I think it's regarding to whatever this thing is from the past that you were holding on to, which is probably connected to whatever this first reading was about. The Queen of Wands, I got the Page of Swords, the Eight of Wands. Be truthful, get moving, move forward. This truth is about your own truth. This is just about the way I'm going to just blanket interpret this, and it doesn't mean that I'm right. There's some sort of an emotional wound that you're being encouraged to just move forward, even if you don't completely heal what it is. I mean, yes, ideally heal what it is, but it's been holding you up in some sort of way. and you need to move forward from that. And, try your best. And some things we never completely heal from, right? But you just still got to keep moving on. And I'm not going to get into a bunch of clarifiers. Hopefully, you know what I'm talking about. And again, it doesn't have to be this dramatic, but this is how it's coming out. So I hope that was helpful.
Yes, it was. He goes, I think I know exactly what this is about.
Perfect. Good luck.
And I got the Eight of Cups too earlier, walking away, leaving things behind. So, most definitely.
Like move on. I mean,
yeah. So
okay,
as
good.
you were reading, we were having some comments, started by Miss Tarot D. Questions are close, but Scout the dog will be making a guest appearance later in the show. So stay tuned and hit the like button. And
Scouty Boo is asleep on the couch right now, but I'll pull him in here at the end.
Miss Tarot D, Cosmic Orphan, says, you need to get her to install that Scout cam. Lots of love for Scout. I hope to see Scout.
He loves attention, Miss Tarot D. If you were here, he would be such an attention whore. It's not even funny. He probably would like a Scout cam, honestly. He probably would.
Miss Tarot D says, we like Heather and Allyson, but we love Scout. And so next up is going to be Ginger, and she commented that she loves the Hush Tarot. And yes, that's a very nice deck.
Girl, yes. I love. This is my favorite deck. It is. If I had to pick one, this would be it. The Hush Tarot, for sure. Yep.
So Ginger is next up. So I'm just going through and unstarring everybody we have read in the comments. I couldn't let some of those comments go. I had to save those. So, moi, please, Miss Ginger. And she did a wonderful show with Jean, Psychic Jean, tonight earlier.
All right.
So, new moon for Ginger. What can she start planting for? You're good, my dear. And hello, Lady Silver. Actually, I probably should put in, let me see, let me take the banner down. There we go, 2 comments. All righty, so, okay. Ooh. Me and the ooze. Like I said, I love the artwork in this deck. I was thinking about getting another deck, but I'm like, girl, no, you got to start working with the ones you got. Okay. So go grab the book, Ginger. You got the Scholar. And there's that beautiful Crown Lady Scholar, the Mage, the Magician, the Crone, the Prophetess. I don't know where that word came from, the Prophetess. The Mystic, the Village Healer, the Village Witch, but the Scholar, absolute knowledge. And so looking at this card, I feel like you've got this, that there's knowledge that you have that needs to be, that's kind of been, what's the word? Tried and true. That's been with you. But let's get to the Scholar first. So Ginger, she is a scholar of the sacred text of experience. When she has studied books and philosophies, has listened to the masters and wise ones, she has learned that no counsel is as wise as her own. Even though, Ginger, you give very good wise counsel with your cards. You're an excellent reader. Her main concern is embodying what she knows and putting it into practice. Because of this, she chooses her friends wisely and is cautious about what she puts into her mind. Her true authority comes from the wisdom of living, learning, growing, and always evolving toward her highest self. What is right for another may not be right for you. This is a time to test any advice or direction against your own experience. What does your gut say? When considering your options, what happens to your body? Does your heart expand, your breath deepen, your energy soar? Or does your breathing go shallow, your heart shrink, your nervous system tense into a fear shaped thing? So, a witch, a woman in total control of herself, understands that knowledge becomes wisdom when it is embodied. And I got the Nine of Wands for you. So the Nine of Wands is, hanging in there, standing the test of time. Some cards, they show an individual that looks tired, sitting on the ground, holding one of the wands. Another looks battle worn, looks kind of beat up, defeated. But you have come a long way, and everything that you have endured, experienced, have embodied, that you have gone through, that you have now embodied, all of that is now in this new moon, taking everything and making sure that, give yourself credit for stuff that you've been through, things that for things that may have been things that you haven't learned yet, things, experiences that you haven't had yet that you might want to experience. Just, I'm trying to, I mean, hold on. So you're hanging in there. Now it's kind of time, is it's like now with this new moon, I'm feeling like it's okay to let go of that wand. You have been through everything. And it says here, let your own experience and a testament of your body's truth be your guide right now. So listen to your body. You've been through a lot. This wisdom that you've gained, these experiences that you've had, single mom, raising the child with autism, still taking time to read cards for people, working, that's a lot. And it can make a person very wary. But with this new moon, try to, it's kind of like saying it's okay to let go of some of these things now that you've been holding on to, like how they hold on to that wand, to, to let it go. There's that beautiful moon cycle. You have the wisdom and the knowledge to be able to take everything and move forward with it, letting go and now going with and trusting that wisdom, that experience that you've had, and trying to put that negative self, no, don't let any of that negative self doubt or talk. There is something that you've been wanting to work on, and you're kind of like holding on, saying you're not sure if you can do it. For me, I feel like now is time with this new moon, this new year, really start planting those seeds, Ginger, and let that expand and let that fly. And I'm going to give it over to Allyson. I hear you deserve that bubble bath. Yes, you do. Let me give you over to Allyson.
Hi, Ginger. I just now got back and I heard the last couple words of Heather's, and I'm wondering if we might have picked up on the same thing. Anyways, or some of it. So
we've been picking up on a lot of similar. Yes.
There's something here. There's some sort of there's some sort of transition that wants to come through, or some sort of reality of yours that I don't know if it's meant to be, that's coming to me to say it like that, that you've possibly repressed, or yeah, I don't know. It feels like something you're not sure about, or there's an uncertainty here, or but if you look within yourself, you're there's something here that you can do. Let me put it this way. There's a transition of some sort that you just need to be patient with yourself, not repress it. And the inspiration is there. Just look inward there. How's that? You need to own your own power regarding this transition that wants to come in. Whatever this is that I hate to use the word repressed, but I don't know what else to use. It's something that is trying to surface, trying to submerge within you, or has. Maybe you've dreamt about this. Maybe you see something when you're in meditation. I don't know what this is, but it's almost like an electric thing that's within you. It's something that it's there if you just look inward or allow it to be. I don't know. I hope that makes sense. So that was from the Literary Witches Oracle. For any of you that have the cards, I got the skull, the volcano, the pond, clarified with power, the subconscious, and the eel. So that is that's from the Literary Witches Oracle. Then from the Tarot, I just threw a little 3-card spread here, and it's very there's a similarity here, not surprising. The overall energy, 10 of Cups, which is about having your happiness. This thing is to get the plan in motion, and so that you can go after this thing that you will feel really passionate about. That'll be like your baby. It's not easy to do this. 9 of Wands. But the clarifier on that is the Ace of Pentacles. If you just do this thing, this is going to be huge for you. And the clarifier on this, there's a double energy here for some reason, which just goes back to what I was reading about. There's some sort of fear or anxiety, or I don't know what around this, but if you just do it, you hear this kind of message all the time, but just different words. Like, if you just do the thing, it'll be great. But that's what this is saying. So hopefully this makes sense to you. A lot of times at the new year, people have things they want to do, this, that, da, da, da. So if you have anything, or if you do have anything come up or whatever, this is saying, if you just face it, deal with it, it will materialize. It'll be there for you. And where did it go? It will be your happiness. 10 of Cups. It'll be yours. So, oh yeah.
She was interested in seeing the cards.
Yeah. So this is, what was the order? I had the skull, the volcano, the pond, the clarifiers for, now I can't remember. I don't remember the order. I'm sorry. These were the clarifiers for empower, the eel, and the subconscious was the clarifier for that first row that I just showed. And then I had the Page of Pentacles for your reading.
Oh, I love
the
that
Knight
card.
of Cups.
I love that deck. I might have to get that in the future. Beautiful.
And the 4 of Wands.
I got the 9 of Wands too.
The Ace of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups, and I got the Devil. And you're gonna see things different. If you do this thing, it's going to look different than what you thought. It's going to be the 10 of Cups, but the outcome 4 of Wands. It's going to look different than what you thought.
And when
I first glanced at this, I saw the 9 of Wands. It's not the 9 of Wands, it's the 4 of Wands, but I still felt that. So I said it, but now that I'm looking at it, so I still feel that, which the 9 of Wands energy reflects here regardless. And you know the Tarot, but I have 4 of Wands here, the outcome in this little tiny spread, this 3-card spread. So you're going to see things different than what you might have anticipated. You're going to pull back and reflect, or, whatever. But that's what I'm getting. It's not even that's what this usually typically means, but that is what I'm getting. So hopefully that was helpful, and this deck. So that's what I got.
And she says, Allyson, I couldn't put it into words either, but rings true.
Okay. Good luck.
Yeah, I feel like Ginger's got so much knowledge, so much wisdom, and she's such a good artist that I feel like there's like a book, there's a deck, there's there's something that, you know, feels like it wants to be birthed,
Right.
and I think this is a good year for a lot of us to get that
Right.
energy flowing. It's like that catalyst year for a lot of
Right.
us to kind of really put into motion. Well, okay, what
Right.
dreams do I want to, so yeah.
Yeah. And
Um,
again, you got the Four of Wands there in the outcome. So, typically that is a celebratory card, right? Um,
mhm.
but it's like I just feel like it's like, yep, it's gonna happen. It'll just look a little different than what you were thinking, but you'll be very 10 of Cups overall energy.
Hi, Dina.
So
Good to see you, Dina. And very true, Tom. We have great people in chat tonight. Yeah, we've been having over 20 some people tonight, so this is a nice turnout. Thank you everybody again for sharing
yeah.
your Friday night with Allyson and I. And Dina has joined the group. Hello, Dina, my dear. Hope you had a wonderful new year, my dear. And up is Odelia. And thank you, Stephen, for putting other readers links in the chat. Um, it's nice that we support our community and get as many
Yes.
people out there. Yes. And I really don't think sharing others' links in the chats, take away from our own subscribers or anything. That might be just weird YouTubey things every now and then when they go and they clear out bots and old accounts and things and stuff. So, um, yeah, we just keep supporting each other and just keep growing our community. It's wonderful. So, Odelia, see for the new moon. And Miss Tarot D also shared today is the feast day of La Befana. And I believe that's Italian. Um, I have to look her up. I got shivers when I saw Miss Tarot D put her name up. Okay, so Odelia. King of Swords. This is interesting, Odelia. I have the Hive Queen and I have the King of Swords. So I have this nice feminine, masculine balance going on here. And this is one of my, I gotta stop saying this is one of my favorite cards but it is. There's some images in this deck that I'm not too great about, but I absolutely love this one. It's the Hive Queen. And this is about prosperity, abundance, the honeyed words, being able to speak, talk your truths. I'm going to look at the book too, but it's also about teamwork. She's the queen of the hive. The males work, I said the males work for her, but they do, but they work together to create this beautiful honey. And honey is, and the bee is, goddess symbolism, because without the pollination there would be no flowers to grow and blossom. It has to do with Mother Gaia, Mother Earth, the Empress energy. um so for number 31, the Hive Queen. Bees are nature's alchemists, making honey from pollen, turning base flower materials into liquid gold. And yes, Lana is associated with the goddess. The bees invite you to work on your own alchemy, to take the sorrows and disappointments of your life and turn them into grace, experience, and wisdom. So very nice. I'm just going to look down here now to see which knows that in order for this alchemy to take place, she needs to invoke forgiveness, for herself, for times possibly not knowing, maybe they could have done, you could have done better, talking about forgiving ignorance where things might have been said, actions might have been done, um, just out of, and I mean, there's different types of ignorance. It's really being ignorant intentionally, and then there's ignorance where we don't really realize what words said or what actions would have led to. So this is really about this going into this new moon, looking back and letting go of the couldas, wouldas, shouldas, as my friend Kathy talks about. Gotta let go of those, and it's hard because a lot of us we live by, if only I had done this, if I could have done this, or if I should have done that, or if I would have done that. That plays that record just plays over and over again. So so this is about also forgiving oneself for any past mistakes, shortcomings, failures, and to use that to pollinate and transform and self cultivation, instead and rather. Okay, so let me read this sentence here. This is powerful. When she knows better but doesn't do better, she forgives herself so she can enter the galvanizing force of transformation and self cultivation rather than sink into the patriarchal gravity of self condemnation. Going into this new moon, girl, go in deep. Again, journaling, I recommend journaling for everybody, whether it's writing poetry, rather just or just putting certain words down, or just writing and writing, just to see what comes out, to let your heart and your emotions out. And just with this new moon, letting go, cleansing, saying to the moon, to Mother Earth, to Spirit, you know, I'm releasing this. I am moving forward. Um, it says here too about forgiving others, but making sure that you remember to forgive yourself. Because, like here, no matter how righteous, it's like swallowing poison and expecting the other person to die. And so, with the King of Swords on this deck, it's beautiful. I got a heron or a crane. And the Kings of Swords are really about knowing how to communicate well. Um, and so, for me, the communication, the ability, the perspective that you've had in life during this new moon to communicate that with yourself. Um, in journaling, whether looking at a mirror and having a conversation with yourself, or if there's people that you feel like you need to talk to, and share these with, that you feel safe to, write them down in a letter, if you have to. And it says here for the King of Swords, you possess mental clarity, intelligence, strength, and self control. As a professional advisor, judge, or attorney, you can put your logical thinking to good use in law enforcement. Well, we're not going to law enforcement, but you're methodical and you have the morals and integrity to make sensible decisions in difficult situations. So, exactly, going through, taking what it is that you feel like may have been shortcomings, mistakes, forgiving yourself, forgiving others, and moving forward and communicating with yourself and others that moving onward, this is going to change. I'm going to stand in my power. I'm going to let the past go, and I'm going to move forward with my life. So I hope that resonates with you, Odelia, and I'm going to give you over to Miss Allyson.
Sorry, guys, we're doing this ratchet style. Okay, how's that?
Perfect.
Okay, Odelia, this is not rainbows and unicorns. There's something here about deep, I'm going to say emotional disappointment or heartbreak in some sort of way. So I did two spreads, one from the Literary Witches Oracle and one with the Tarot. With the Literary Witches, there's something here about the overall energy is about fragility, emotionally, like and moving along at your own pace. I have the snail here, snail energy. There's something here that you are very devoted to, feel very passionate about, a situation or a person, quite possibly. And you need to deal with the disappointment that is connected to it. There's something here that didn't go the way you thought it would, or the way you expected it to be, something like that. It was something that you really wanted. Oh, and you know what I just noticed? I have the peacock here twice. So I have peacock energy here. And I have this Flannery O'Connor author here, and she has a peacock at her feet, as you can see here in the picture. And her message is of humanity. But this is the one that's about reckoning with something that didn't work out the way that you wanted it to, and wanting like some sort of redemption for that kind of thing. And then I have Mirabi, I don't know how you pronounce this, and her card talks about devotion. The overall energy, like I said, is snail. And I asked for a clarifier on this reading just to see if I was going in the right direction. I got, how do you pronounce this, Heather? Is it Sappho, this offer? Sappho? Sappho. I don't know if you know who that is.
Yes, Sappho. I'm sorry. I was muted.
That's okay. And I don't know if that's somebody who wrote poetry or something like that. Okay.
She was a lesbian poetry
got it.
poetess back in the day. Yep.
Because her keyword is love. So I figured it was poetry. And this is about the beloved, desire. Again, there's some sort of, there's something here that's sad connected to this. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic love. I have good roots here with the tree or connection. I also have mushrooms here, which talk about the hidden and quietness and all of that. So something that's very much kept quiet, whatever. This is all related to love, though. And there's something here that's a letdown or a disappointment or a sadness or something like that. So whatever that means to you, it's saying, so again, the new moon, things to, seeds to plant towards this is to work on healing that. The overall energy with the tarot that I got is the Knight of Cups, clarified by the Death card. There was an ending. The overall energy is about you moving forward. This Knight of Cups is about you. This is you taking care of you. I have the Knight of Wands, the Moon, and the Six of Cups. So there's a couple different ways for me to read that. This Knight of Wands, which is somehow connected to your happiness. I'm not even going to go into that. The moon here is being clarified by the Six of Wands. So this is some sort of, there was some sort of triumph around this hidden energy, whatever this is. So maybe you did have some sort of, conclusion or helpful communication about whatever this is. I wish I knew what this was. The outcome is the Six of Cups, which is very close relationship. It could be family. It could be somebody you've known a long time. It could just be a situation that is very important to you. Six of Cups can be a lot of different things, but it's always very close to the heart, that kind of thing. The Knight of Swords is about being truthful. And I have the Ten of Pentacles on this. So all of this is very important, but there's some sort of something here that needs to be shifted or moved on from. This reminds me of the reading that I did for somebody a couple of readings ago. Is she here?
Odelia, let me see. I believe
it's like I'm kind of like being pulled in two different directions, and
I haven't seen her comment yet. Usually she's there, or she's, if she has to get off.
So I'm just going to pick this up. All right. We'll move on. That's what I got.
Yes. Fatima says, yes, she's here. Sometimes she's got to get off and then she'll watch through Fatima. Fatima, is there any way that Odelia, if she's not longer in the chat, but watching with you, if she can do any validation for Allyson?
I mean, I could read this a little bit differently, but
yeah, I don't see. Let me look.
Let's just move on.
Okay. But at some point, if she does, I'll go ahead and I'll start, and yeah, Odelia says, yes, I'm here. But Odelia, it really helps us if you want to maybe comment a little bit. She's writing. Oh, she's writing to respond to you. Okay, thank you, Odelia. So Adelia's typing right now.
Okay, that's fine. I already picked up my cards, but.
Okay. But go ahead. Oh,
all right.
Yes, she responded. Yeah, we'll just wait to see, and I'll highlight that for you, and I'll let
Okay.
you know what she
Thank
says.
you.
Thank you, Odelia. Thank you, Fatima. So next up is Sylvia. And I already went ahead and pulled cards while you were reading for Odelia. So I am going to go and put myself in. So Sylvia, I hope you are still here. All righty. And Amanda from Twisted Sushi joined us as well. So thank you for being here, Amanda. So Sylvia, I have the Story Keeper. And this is about the things that, oh, Adelia says it's about work. Okay. So the Story Keeper, Sylvia. It's beautiful. It says you are made of moonlight and stories. The night and the trees know this, which is why when you need a change in your narrative, you would do well to seek their counsel. Some stories lift us up and encourage our potential, our inherent magic. Other stories limit, diminish, or destroy our worth. You are being asked right now to consider which stories you are listening to and which ones you are telling yourself. Because instead of, tearing ourselves down, we can build ourselves up. Um, so making sure that you're telling yourself a story of empowerment. If you, like it says here, telling yourself a story of scarcity or disempowerment leaves you tight, small, and fear. Um, so we have to be, while we're very, like this says here, while we're very selective about the movies we watch, the books we read, the people that we hang out with, we need to be just as selective and very on top of the things that we tell our own selves, making sure that we don't diminish ourselves, put ourselves down, make sure that we lift our own selves up and to support ourselves. And it says here, a witch acknowledges her stories of lack and frustration, which we all have, but chooses to focus on the ones that nurture her vitality. That kind of fits in with the whole theme again of um, when people talk about like free will and stuff. We don't have the free will to, for things that happen to us that are out of our control, but we have the free will to be able to look at it from a willingness or a willful position, and radical acceptance. Things are the way they are, but how can I, using my freedom, my personal freedom, how I choose to think and address and react to a situation, a person, whatever it may be. So the storyteller is about making sure of what you're telling yourself. And again, another great, message for the collective. And with this new moon going in, maybe journaling again, writing, being mindful, making, acknowledging yourself moving forward, that let's start working on being more self-positive, start being more self-confident, being very self-compassionate with ourselves. So I did get the 10 of Pentacles. So the 10 of Pentacles is about creating foundation, security. It does about finances too, and family and happiness. So just really moving forward into the new moon, if you feel that you may have lack going on in your life, you don't feel secure, you want a better foundation, or maybe finances or something that you feel that is causing you that fear, try to let that go. Try to change the words, support yourself, and by doing that, as you keep that practice up, like all of us, we do develop this beautiful 10 of Pentacles where we create that secure foundation, and sense of self-worth, and feeling like we are our own home. We don't need other people or things, material things, to make us feel whole and secure, when we feel safe and secure and whole within ourselves. So I'm going to hand you over to Allyson. Oh, bye, Tom.
Whoops.
Thank you for being here.
There we go. Okay, ratchet style.
Soon
Okay.
she'll be reading in the garage. Sorry,
actually, I think I'm going to be staying in here. I'm actually just in a different spot. But anyways, I rearranged furniture yesterday. So anyway.
Too funny.
Okay. So Sylvia, and I'll have a prettier background here really soon. So, there's something here. Actually, let me do the tarot first, and then I'm going to interpret this literary witch. So, there's something here about moving forward, allowing this karmic wheel to turn, going in a new direction, allowing it to happen, not fighting it in whatever part of your life that this is, just allowing this change to come in, while also acknowledging something that doesn't that acknowledging something that didn't turn out the way that you wanted it to, or something that you're disappointed in, or whatever you want to call that. 4 cups, right? So, which is about, disappointment, or not really, and or not seeing another way to look at something, but regardless, moving forward, just moving forward, whatever this is. And then being in truth about it, seeing the reality of something. And that's what's going to allow you to move ahead by doing that. That's what's going to bring you into this 3 of Cups energy, which I don't feel like you're in right now, or at least in some part of your life. Again, tarot, very dramatic. Doesn't mean that your life is a bummer, or this or that, or whatever, but you're going to come into the overall energy is about this 3 of Cups. It's about coming into your happiness, letting this karmic wheel turn forward, going through this 4 of Cups energy. And then you've got this Knight of Swords, which is all about truth and forward movement, and just, seizing your life, if you will, clarified by Ace of Wands, just taking the action in order to do this Knight of Swords. There's something here and it's probably related to this. There's something here that is either like it's with your family, whether that be a spouse or children or grandchildren or whatever it is. There's something here about seeing what happened or what's going on, recognizing, seeing what's going on without necessarily trying to control what's going on. You just taking care of you and just having the patience to do that, and just not getting involved, really. I've got family, the cat, and the volcano with the literary witch, and that's what I'm making of that. And that absolutely could tie into what's happening here. It's just telling you, for your own happiness, move on from whatever this thing is. Yeah, acknowledge it, be aware of it, look at it, think about it, process it, whatever. But just, see the truth of the situation so that you can move forward. Whatever that is, right? Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay, thank you, my dear. And yes, Ginger, I have been muting most of the night when I type.
Aww.
I just forgot that one time. So
sorry about that, honey.
Yeah, she had 4 passings in the year's time. So that's hard.
Right. And so and it all does make sense. And again, I'm not making light of it. That's what the cards say, but it's about, processing it, going through it, and then, seeing the reality of the situation, but, still living, moving on with your life. But I'm not making light of it. Yeah. Death is not easy, of course.
So I asked if Maruda was here, and I haven't seen her respond. Milani, are you still here? Hypnicity, my dear, are you still here? He's home in Georgia. So let me just take this comment down. Sylvia, we're so sorry for your loss, my dear. So if anybody has to leave, I know there's some bad weather too, so we may have people losing their internet connections. So people may have to drop off and come back in. So let's see, Maruda, Hypnicity, Claudia, are you still here? Because I have these 4 people. I still have 4 people on the list. I have Maruda, Hypnicity, Cat Mama, and Amanda. So are any of you ladies here? You're welcome, Sylvia. She says thank you.
You're welcome.
No, I was trying to be mindful of that, Ginger. I was trying to, because I know sometimes when we type, some readers don't realize that the clicking on the keys are right by our mics. So I've been trying to be good doing it tonight, but I slipped up that one time and I missed it. So
I like hearing when you type. I like the noise.
uh,
The
well, some
You've
people have
typed a couple
really,
times and I've heard it. I don't know. And I'm not one of those, what is it, people that are really into the noise thing, whatever that is,
oh,
but
the
some noises I do
ASMR.
like. Yeah, ASMR, but some noises I do like hearing them.
So Maruda, Hypnicity, Claudia. Did y'all abandon us? Where'd y'all go? Amanda? Um, okay. Well, Miss Tarot D, are you still here? Because Amanda's here. Okay, so Amanda and Miss Tarot D. So Amanda is here. So Amanda Carroll. Okay. Miss
All
Tarot
right.
D, are you still with us, or are you back in the kitchen getting another piece of pecan pie? Unless you don't want to read it, Miss Tarot D, and that's okay too. Oh, of course you are. You're hoping to see Scout. Okay. Gotcha. And maybe a reading. Well, we'll do our best to accommodate you on both. Okay, so Amanda Carroll. Hey, Gerald. Howdy, howdy. Howdy, partner. I like typing too and shuffling. Yeah, I try to remind myself to mute when I shuffle too. Because I don't, but when some readers riffle and ruffle, that gets really loud. So I try to be as mindful as possible. Whoa. Okay, okay, so Amanda, you're getting 2 cards. So 2 tarots jumped out for you. Okay, so I am going to do this. All righty, so Amanda, you got the rescuer. How beautiful, rescuing the lamb. This is the very last card in the deck. I don't think I really pulled this card very often, so let me just grab here and take a look-see. See what jumps out. Oh, killer empathy is real. Most women never identify it, let alone unravel its suffocating grasp on their lives. While empathy is a superpower, it is a double edged sword. It enables you to be considerate of and cooperative with others, but on the other side of empathy is the rescuer, who, in her compassion, is determined to save those she loves and that which she cares about most. This will lead her to sacrifice her time, energy, resources in the name of fixing, saving, solving, helping, and otherwise rescuing those people and situations she feels have great need. I can resonate with this. This side of empathy cuts deeply into her life force, often resulting in the hemorrhage of her time, vitality, and creativity. This is a really prolific writer, so some of the words that she chooses is just really, I love the deck, but just know it's very strong energy in regards to external patriarchy and addressing um, the how do I say is the sublimation and of women, so she minces no words in this. A witch, however, knows that her empathy must have boundaries. She helps those who help themselves, jumping in to assist rather than save or fix. She trusts that others have their own guides and their own soul's code to assist their journey, just as she does. She's willing to resist the impulse to caretake or rescue, allowing others the opportunity to grow, expand, and develop on their own. Now's the time to resist the urge to manage another's experience and keep your precious empathetic energy in balance. And I can see that here with the cards, the 2 tarot cards that jumped out. So yes, this new moon, Amanda, trying to pull back, allow people to grow, to learn, to develop, to fix their own problems, find their own paths on their own as much. Um, you the card, like the card says, you're very empathic, you want to help people, you want to take care of them, you want to rescue them. I've had people in my own family and friends that I've been wanting to, and there are times when it just doesn't work. We have to pull back and let them follow their own path and make sure that we don't lose ourselves trying to, rescue other people, when we need to rescue ourselves. And I got the Six of Pentacles. So for me, the Six of Pentacles, about giving, charity, trying to hold back from that. Because I also did get the Five of Pentacles. So that's, the Five of Pentacles, the people out in the cold typically, looking for, being in that mind of lack of scarcity. um I could, for me, what I'm reading with the cards is that there are so many people that you see that need help, that you want to be able to help, but they have to learn how to help themselves first. They have to find that inner flame, their own listen to their own intuition. You can help people and donate your time, um, you know, giving, listening to people, um, maybe financially helping out, but in the end, they have to be able to help themselves and make sure that you don't give more, um, and just have people keep taking and taking. Sometimes we have to let, like I said, people figure things out for their own. And so that's the reading that I have. And I just absolutely love this Five of Pentacles in this deck. I just love the candle, that internal flame, that flame within themselves, their higher self, and their connection to spirit. So, yes, still be that loving, giving, caring person, but make sure that those who don't necessarily want the help or abuse the help that you give, make sure this new moon creating those healthy boundaries again, you know, saying, okay, I am not going to keep giving more of myself when others don't do the same for me. Just those really strong boundaries. And I'm just going to end it there. And I am going to go over to Allyson.
Hi, Amanda. Your message here, there's something here about this is either you taking care of somebody or you take either you taking care of you or taking care of somebody. And I'm having a hard time differentiating what this is. It could be health related. It could also be related to some sort of toxicity. Um, there's definitely love here again. This could be regarding yourself or a loved one. I'm not really being drawn in either direction. I kind of feel like this is you taking care of you though, and watching and being aware of something that's going on. Just I'm going to come back to that, but that's what I have. There's something here definitely about health and or possibly toxicity. And this is the elixir card in the literary witches deck. And I also have Leslie Silko, who's an author, and she talks about community. And this is about taking care of others. It also could be about like safety nets. So like taking care of others, the safety net. It also can be for yourself though. And then I have the love card here. And this is about, again, Sappho. This is about the beloved, but this can also be for yourself. The overall energy that I got is the cat. The cat is about self-ownership, taking care of yourself, being very independent, watching, cats watch, but, pay attention to what's going on, that kind of thing. So, having ownership, but, also remaining independent, right? If that makes sense. Think of a cat, what a cat does, right? They are very independent, but they don't miss a beat. They see everything, they notice everything, that kind of thing. But it's somehow surrounded around health, watching out for somebody, making sure everything's going to be okay is how I'm going to interpret that. But there is some sort of love here. This can also be about taking off the self-love. So like kind of like taking flight from something when if it is toxic elixir. So usually I'm drawn one direction or the other. I'm not being drawn. So I'm just telling you the different meanings of all this, and you can decipher it for yourself. So that's the Literary Witches deck. I don't read this like I read the tarot, but I still like to play with it. So anyways, the overall energy, 3 of Wands. So this is about moving forward in some sort of way. You're needing to take action and process something. There's a recurring theme here tonight. I don't know what's going on with that, but 5 of Cups, which is very much like it's kind of like sorrow, but it's also like mourning something, or, sometimes it's regret, or it can be. But King of Cups. So this is, being loving, doing kindness, being a good person, that kind of thing, but not being overly emotional or verbal about it. And the reason that you might be doing that, there's some sort of confusion related to something emotional. 7 of Cups. This sadness, this 5 of Cups is regarding something that was held on to that would not be relinquished. No, I'm hearing no, that's not true. This is something that you hold dear, that you have value for, something that's important to you. 9 of Pentacles. So there's some sort of regret around something that was very held dear to you, that, when you have the 9 of Pentacles is having all that you need. Everything is well in your world, that kind of thing. And that's probably how it was in regards to whatever this is. And then it changed. 5 of Cups. There's a sadness, there's a regret, there's a remorse, there's a mourning, there's something surrounding that. And this Knight of Wands is regarding something. I don't know why I read this out of order. I'm clearly tired, but the 6 of Wands is about a triumph for having been successful regarding something and moving forward after having done that. That's how this whole thing started. Whatever this was, whatever this situation was, now there's more of this 5 of Cups energy that's very kind of like remorseful or regretful or that kind of thing. And it's regarding something that was very lovely at some point, and now it's clearly not, because of this 5 of Cups energy. And it's moving into this King of Cups, where it's like, yes, you still have love and care and feeling, but for whatever reason, I think you're going to be more stoic about it, or whoever this is, King of Cups. I would assume this is you. This is just an energy. But because of all the, and the reason you're holding that position is because of all the confusion. And hopefully my reading wasn't confusing, because I know I jumped around a lot, and didn't really read that the way that I normally do. Anyways, the overall energy, 3 of Wands, is about going a new direction, or going forward with some sort of a plan. And it's because of the love. And this could be the love for whoever this is for, the love for yourself. It's the Ace of Cups.
Oh, that card's beautiful.
Sorry. Yeah, this whole deck is really, really cool. Yeah. But anyways, I'm sorry I jumped around a bit. I'm not really sure why I did that, but I did. So anyways, I hope that all made sense. Watch it on the replay if you need to, because it was a little backwards.
She's been making comments. She's got here, it's so bored. I'm looking for work, dying abilities. She's getting over COVID. She mentioned her, possibly connections with her mother, relationship with her mother. Stoic Swede. Yes. I will re-listen. She's a Stoic
Swede. Yes. I will re-listen. Okay.
I hope you feel better,
Good luck.
Amanda. Yeah. How do you rest, my friend? I had COVID last year. It's survivable. It's a pain in the ass, but what can you do?
I had it in February last year.
Yeah. Well, Allyson and I had both at the same time.
Mine wasn't
Ooh.
bad, but I'd also had 3 vaccines at that point. It was really the one day I had a fever, it wasn't fun. But after that, it was pretty much like just a really bad cold.
For me, it was the coughing that really sucked. And, trying to be able to sleep. And then we had that neighbor going around saying that, he was going to put caps in our asses. That was not fun that weekend. That was just not the right time to be sick with COVID. So Claudia came back. She is here. So she will be our next read. I'm just wondering if Nalani or Maruta came back, if they are still here. But we're going to go ahead and do Claudia. And if they left, then we'll just have Miss Tarot D afterwards. And they're talking about Gerald and how Gerald got his stash, and and they're all sharing stories. And so yeah, we got a whole conversation going on here. Oh my God, Mr. OD, his brother was bald and grew his eyebrows out and did a comb over on his head. Oh, you guys are too funny. Jeez. All right. So hopefully Claudia, I knew Claudia was having. Yep, she's here. You never left. Well, Claudia, sweetheart, I was calling for you and I didn't see you, so we end up moving on to another reader. So I see that you're here, so you are next, my dear. I'm just going to go ahead and mute myself. Okay, so Claudia, I got the Lady of Perpetual Rebirth. I'm going to take a look at this, but for me, this is very much like the Death card. Going in, transforming, rebirthing. Here, let me just go ahead and see if anything. Oh, it popped right up to it. Yep, it's a rebirth card. Time to, it's an invitation to clean out and clear out what needs to end. And this is perfect for the new year and the first new moon. So planting seeds of starting fresh, probably with, watching what, again, what we say to ourselves, how well we take care of ourselves, making sure all of us too on a collective drinking more water, eating healthier. I know that you work very hard, Claudia, for your cat rescue. So, again, like with Amanda, making sure that everything that you give out, you make sure you replenish yourself as well with relaxation, rest, energy, hydration. So it says here too to pay special attention to your dreams. There are signs and symbols showing themselves to you right now that will indicate what wants to be loosened, what needs to be changed and released. New visions, new awareness, and a new life is circling around you right now and is sending out strong signals. I feel like right away that you know what those are, or a good part of them are, and it's telling you to pay attention, listen, watch, and observe. And again, if you have to journal this, if you find journaling, collaging, doing photographs, whatever it is to get your thoughts, your dreams, your emotions out. There's a lot of creative ways of doing that. And it says here, a witch can welcome death with the same enthusiasm a moth displays when flying into a fire. She hurls herself toward her own endings, knowing her next beginnings live inside the fire of her passion, the heat of longing calling her forward. I love that. And the tarot card that came out with is the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords is usually something to do with trying to get away with something, kind of sneakiness, stealing. So what I'm getting with the Rebirth card and with the Seven of Swords is that a lot of last year, a lot of things were stealing your strength, your mental wellness, your health. And I say mental wellness, it's because, well, we all have mental health. And a lot of times these are our own thoughts, people stressing us out. Making so instead of this being like a nine of wands, for me it feels the energies are similar for me with the swords. Starts especially when you start getting into the sevens, the eights, and the nines. So just trying to um, this new moon, taking these two swords, leaving the rest of this from 2023 behind, things that no longer serve you, grabbing on to what is still that's good for you, that is still rings true with you, things that you want to bring with you into this next phase of your life, leaving behind, the self doubt, the health, the everything that's personal in your life that you feel like has been like weighing you down, has been both a physical, a mental, emotional weight. Um, it's basically like grabbing those two swords, leaving the rest behind, and running with what you got into this new moon. And just knowing that this is a time for rebirthing, taking those things that are good for you, moving forward with this new moon, and leaving those that don't serve you behind. So I'll leave it with that. And I saw that Mousy came in. Hello, Mousy. And I'm going to switch over to um, Allyson.
Hello.
Hey, hey, Mousy. Happy New Year.
Claudia, I'm going to come back to that. So there's something here. There's something here in the past that you went towards or took action towards. It left you in a bit of an energy where you had to defend yourself in some sort of way. Just stay with me. I'm not sure what that would be, but maybe you'll know as I move forward this. So 7 of Wands, right? That's after sticking up for yourself, defending yourself in some sort of way, either with actions or words or whatever. And then it's in a some sort of needing to plan how to move forward energy. And that is somehow related to your stability, your happiness, your home, your money, your family, all of it. 10 of Pentacles. And then ultimately just moving into this 4 of Cups energy, which is in this stance, it's feeling very reflective. You need to look back on whatever it was that happened and see the truth of it and glean from it what you can. Ace of Pentacles. Something happened. It was relating to some sort of a partnership. This can be work related. It can be a friend. It can be a family member. It could be a lover, whatever. 2 of Cups. This thing is over. Whatever it is, you were, or they were, I think this is you, but take it how it applies, very defensive about whatever it was that went down. It did come to an ending regarding whatever this partnership was. That's the overall energy of what this reading is. 7 of Wands, defending something you did. Page of Pentacles, figuring a way forward from it. But the outcome is looking at it, seeing it. Hopefully you know what this is. If you don't, just give it some thought. If you don't do this, it's not going to go away. I just got that. If you don't do this, it'll remanifest itself in another way in your life until you do this, whatever this is. Okay, the Literary Witches Oracle. The overall energy is the Chicken, which is about things that are like really old in the past. It can be about talk or gossip or like storylines. like lore, Lore, like lore. That's the chicken. That's the overall energy. And this, again, this is regarding partnership. I got the Shirley Jackson card. Overcoming limitations, that kind of thing, coming into stability, going away from stagnation. This is the same, it's the same message. It's just different cards. So yeah, I did interpret this right. Hopefully you know what this is. If you don't, give it some thought. I think you, if you're, yeah. Shirley Jackson, the family card. Virginia Woolf, the visions card. The house card. Which can also be about the self, but it's about family and stability and all that kind of thing. There's something here to look at. I feel like this is regarding talk, gossip, something. Somebody said something. You said something. They said something. Could be something old that resurfaced. Could be anything. Ancient past. Oh, okay. With the chicken, it can also be that. But it's about just picking up, moving on from it, but seeing what happened, recognizing, owning whatever role, if any, you played in it, which if it involves two people and it's a partnership, and I did have the Two of Cups card, you were a part of it in some sort of way. Hopefully this makes sense. If not, fine. Just think about it later. I know this is the reading. Just to decipher it and apply it as need be. And again, tarot can be very dramatic, but that's what I got. So I hope it was helpful.
All righty. Thank y'all, Allyson. So, Maruda hasn't come back yet, so we have one left, and that's for Miss Tarot D.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just,
Should I have Scout pull her cards? He's not real good at card shuffling.
Oh, Miss Tarot D says, I think Allyson needs to draw a clarifier to determine which came first, the chicken or the egg.
Not a bad idea.
Oh, so my goodness. I was awesome. Oh, you were awesome at leg wrestling. Okay. Ginger. Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, we're talking about arm wrestling for Miss Tarot D, who gets to read with her next because we missed reading with her. So, thumb wrestling. There we go.
Thumb wrestling.
Are you up for it, Ginger? So Miss Tarot D is up.
Tarot D.
All right, and everybody, thank you for being here this evening. I'm going to go ahead, Miss Tarot D, and still pull from the Witch deck. Like I said, we all know energies doesn't matter with gender, but you never know. Ooh, what kind of card are we going to get from Miss Tarot D? You're welcome, Claudia. Thank you, my dear. You are open and ready. Okay. No, Heather, behave. I was going to say, yeah, that's what he said. Just kidding. Okay. Oh, you know what Allison's probably doing right now, don't you, Miss Tarot D? I love him too. He's adorable. Lulu is cute too. She doesn't get any screen time because she's older and she likes to sleep a lot, but Lulu's a sweetheart as well. Okay, Miss Tarot D. New moon. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, it's nice to be able to use my new deck tonight. I'm a New Yorker, so I get first dibs. Heather's from, actually, Rosanna, I'm from Western New York. I'm not from the city. I'm on the other side. Now, Miss Tarot D, she's a Bronx girl. But I'm a Western New York girl. We got our own special flavor over here. And I can see the East Coast. So Ginger, I hope you're all bundled up and safe because we've been seeing the pictures for the storms that are coming up the coast. So everybody stay safe. Um, so I'm glad I did get a queen in here. I ended up getting 2 tarot cards for you. So Miss Tarot D, I got here. Let me go ahead. Put myself on the. Oops. No. There we go. So Miss Tarot D, I got the Alchemist of Pain. And yeah, that red, that blood. Yeah. Been through a lot. I can automatically, when I saw that card, you really truly know how to balance and combine and mix what you go through with strength, resiliency, courage, and let's see what she has to say here, because it's a very powerful card. So it says here, pain is a sacred ally. Suffering is a devourer of the psyche. We cannot control pain. It happens. But we do have some influence over how much we suffer. When we hold on to the injustice of pain, it can turn into suffering. And so it behooves us to release the pain through the healing power of creativity, and which you do with your beautiful self, with your persona, in a creative way that you like to do your channel, your readings, your spreads that you create and design. When we sing our sorrows, dance our turmoil, or otherwise alchemize our hurt into art, we offer the pain back to the earth while also blessing it with our offering of beauty. This is a sacred alchemy that comes only after grief. A witch knows she must grieve first, giving her heart the space it needs to bleed out all the messages that would diminish her. Ignore the voices that suggest you should be over it by now. Oh, I hate those. Or tell you grief looks one way but not another. Or suggest that you somehow deserve this pain. The medicine you need to heal is actually inside the wound. So let it bleed out. Empty the wound of pain and empty your heart of tears. I'm going to start crying. Only when you are willing to sit with your agony and companion your sorrow, your sorrow will sense the medicine rising. It may come slowly, but over time, you will sense an ache to create something from this void. A witch rises when she answers the call to alchemize her pain into a creative offering. This is your time to grieve, witch, and heal. Know this, the rise will come. And I also got the Queen of Cups, and that's you, even through the pain, the agony, the treatments, and everything that you went through last year, you were still able to create that beautiful persona of Miss Tarot D. You share that beauty with the world, with us. And even during this pain and the suffering, you were nurturing us as well. Things that what we would go through in our lives that were causing us pain and suffering. You were there to witness our pain and suffering as well. And the Queen of Cups, very nurturing, very empathic, um, sharing her intuition, her wisdom. And what's beautiful, I'm glad, I love this card coming out. I got the Three of Wands. There's your beautiful ship coming in. So this new moon, maybe taking time to work with the things that you're struggling with, like I know you said with work and what you don't have as much energy to do your Miss Tarot D videos, to read with us, but just focus on how you can creatively, what you can do creatively at this time to get you through that. Know that you still are the queen of our hearts, and that we are there for you as you are there for us. And know that building up from this new moon, keep creating those seeds of change, of creativity. Good things are coming for you, for all of us, but really for you, my dear. And that's my message. And I'll give it over to Allyson.
Hi, Miss Tarot D. So I pulled for you from the Literary Witches Oracle and also the regular tarot. I'll do the regular tarot first. So past energy, the moon. Which I don't need to explain to you what the moon is. The clarifier on the moon was the tower, right? So there was a tower moment. Clarifying the moon. Moving more into this current energy, the world. So the end of a cycle, right? Something you've moved on from this moon. Clarified by the chariot. So there was a moving forward from that whole moon with the tower, right? Moving forward after having gone through the thick of it, if you will, right? That's the clarifier for the world. That's done. Whatever part of that journey was. And you apply this to your personal life as it makes sense to do so. The outcome is the Eight of Wands. Moving forward quickly, so to speak, right? A quick change, a quick movement forward. The clarifier on that is the Emperor, right? So Emperor energy, male or female, doesn't matter, right? So this is about taking charge of the situation in whatever way you can. You know, you know the tarot, right? So this is boss energy, taking care. This is very much like father energy, that sort of thing, right? In charge, you know, in control, taking care, making plans, organizing, all of that kind of thing. It's all the kings in one, really. Taking the action. The overall energy, Three of Wands, moving forward with whatever your plan is regarding whatever this is. The clarifier is the Page of Cups, which is it is a love offering. It also feels like an apology, and this could be to yourself in some sort of way. I'm getting that. So, however that applies, again, Three of Wands, having, you know, making some sort of plan or action to move forward. And it's regarding either this offering to yourself. I do feel like this is to you from you. I don't feel like this is another person. And it also feels like it could be twofold. You'll know if it is or not, but I feel like it could also be some sort of either an apology or an offering to yourself regarding what this is. So that's the tarot. As far as the literary witch goes, the overall energy is about bravery. And Joy Harjo is the, or maybe it's pronounced Haro. I think the J is probably silent. And this is about bravery. It's about plunging into something, making decisions, facing fear, that kind of thing. This is bravery. This is the overall energy. The reading itself, again, that's the overall energy, is about solitude. Going within, going into those inner quiet places, being in silence, dealing with, solitude, right? Going inside and looking at whatever you need to look at or think about regarding self. Alejandra Pizarnik is the author that's on this card. The next card is the wolf, and the wolf is I love the wolf. The wolf is about like an inner calling, like an inner knowing. This is about you, nobody else. The wolf, right? Think the lone wolf, that kind of thing. Even if you're in a room full of people or surrounded by loved ones, this is about you. Yeah, so this is the wolf in this deck, which I don't know if you can see it.
Oh.
And then the volcano.
Scout.
And the volcano is, yes, wolf. A scout does look like a wolf. We call him our little Arctic fox. But the volcano is about, think of a volcano, how it sits. It's so strong. It's so explosive, but it sits quiet for so long. It's so patient, and it just waits, and it represses what's inside of it. Represses, if you will, what's inside of it. But it's very powerful. It's very explosive. There's a lot going on below the surface. That's the volcano, right? I think you're a Leo. You Leo?
Mm-hmm.
I think you're a Leo. Yeah. So that
Yes,
totally
he is.
jives with that,
The
right?
fire energy. Yep.
And I got a clarifier on that volcano. And I don't know how you say this lady's name. I got another author, Yumiko Kurahashi. And it's the card of transformation. So the clarifier on the volcano. So it's about expressing that, coming out, taking off any kind of, a keyword on this is mask. It's about playfulness, coming into, just becoming, right? But anyhow, the overall energy is about bravery, making decisions, facing any kind of fears, that kind of thing. Wolf is your spirit animal. Oh, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Wolf is so, I mean, what you don't need me to tell you. I love Wolf. Somebody that used to be very, very close to me, actually a couple different people, very, very connected to Wolf. I love Wolf energy. And let me grab Scout super quick. Hold on.
Yeah, Mozzie's sitting here. He's sitting here. Oh, here comes Cousin Scout. Here comes Cousin Scout. There he is. Oh my God. Who's
you say hi to Miss Hero D?
Oh, hi, Scouts. You feel pretty.
Say hi.
He
say hi.
Oh.
Can you look at the camera? He was snoozing. He was like literally asleep. He's like, "What are you getting me up for, lady?" So
he's too much. Oh my God.
But anyways, I hope you got something out of that. What'd she say? You need Facebook. He's so
you need
honey.
Facebook chat. Yeah,
he is. He's so cute. I'm looking at him on the camera. I'm kind of like, he's so cute. And I know you're saying he's beautiful. He really is. He's gorgeous. He's a beautiful dog.
So here's the other one. So we're all. Here's Cousin Scout.
You can see his eye. He does have a cataract on his eye, and it doesn't always show up. But he gets around perfectly fine. He sees just fine with his one eye. He no longer can see out of it at all. And so now he sees better, because once your eye is no longer cloudy and it's just completely, you can then just see better. So he does really well, don't you?
Yes.
So, but anyways, I just thought I'd bring him.
Whatever. He's like turning his face.
Let me take him back in there. He's in there laying with Lulu.
Oh. Yeah, my Lilu, her name before we adopted her was Lulu, and I accidentally said Lilu from like the Fifth Element, and she perked her head up at us. So we're like, oh, we're going to call you Lilu. So it's interesting, some of the similarities that Allyson and I have in our lives. So, yes, a beautiful puppy, that's Scout.
Okay.
So, yeah. Yeah, the black and white clan in the house. Yep. So, multipass, exactly. So that was our last read. So Miss Tarot D, thank you for letting us read for you. Oops, let me take that off. I went to go, there we go, get rid of it, and I accidentally put it up there. So Allyson, you got anything coming up this weekend? I know Mystic 4 or Caffeinated is coming back this Monday.
Yes, and I think it's Mystic 4. Okay. Monday. It might be Caffeinated Unfiltered. I'm pretty sure it's Mystic 4 on Monday. Oh. The following Monday, Caffeinated Unfiltered, then Mystic 4, then Caffeinated Unfiltered. So the next 4 Mondays, there's a show. If you want to see me with Gerald. And let's see, it's Val and Cleo.
Oh, for the Mystic Forest, Cleo. And I just want to
Cleo the Seer. I blanked on her name for a
I
second.
just want
And
to
then we're also
interject.
doing Caffeinated Unfiltered, which I think is the same people plus Angela and
Well, Deb H, I don't know if you heard or saw Gerald's video. Deb H is not
yes, I
well,
know.
the cancer.
And
So sending her positive healing, love, and
yes,
energy to
yes,
her,
yes.
everybody. Yes.
Yeah, but anyways, it's every Monday at I think it's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But yeah, much love to her.
And are you planning on doing any videos? Well, no, you're going to be spending your weekend with the
I
seniors,
might.
though.
I mean, tomorrow's Saturday. I'll be busy all day. I might on Sunday. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. It's my last day before I go back to work. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing. We'll see.
The kids here are already back to school, but that's Buffalo,
Are they
Western New York
really?
here. Yeah. Yep. Usually, like the day right after the kids get back to school. So, yeah, bursts depending on the school district. But when I was driving today, I was seeing school buses. I'm like, wait a minute, Allison's not working yet, and I'm like, well,
Michigan has
mother,
always
that's
been
Michigan.
the
Yeah.
same dates. Yeah, so it's like it's the same now as when I was a kid.
So, alrighty. Well, thank you, everybody. We had like some 20, almost 30 some people tonight. And we're going to say goodbye. Everybody have a safe week and careful on the roads for areas for the snow, the storms that are coming up. And we will see everybody on our next live. Say bye, everybody. Say
Bye,
bye,
everybody.
Naz.
Thanks for
Good
watching. Have a good
night.
night.